Episode 2, The Boys. Oh, there's a cat coming in. Let's see. Watching episode 2 of The Boys season 4. Let's see what the cat does. I think he's curious because I have an open container here. I have some quark, some protein stuff, but let's put that away. Let's see if you can see me. This is our cat, Maui, that we're babysitting. It's not our cat, but it's just a cat that's running around here. Just ignore it. It's a cat. Cats do what they do, except I'm going to probably cut out his asshole and take this away from you. Yes, perfect. Thank you. Bye-bye, our guest, Maui. Anyway, episode 2 of The Boys season 4. Episode 1 was really good. It was a really good reminder of what the hell is going on, what are the stakes, what is the idea and the point of everything, right? I'm just looking at the cat rolling around on my table. And I'm just honestly expecting, I can't wait to see where we're going to go with this. What is going to be really the point of the story? I guess that's a good recap, actually. So what is the point of this? What is going to happen? We have Butcher's son alive. Wife is dead. So Butcher's trying to get the son. They're trying to kill the head explodey woman and obviously deal with Homelander. Head explodey woman is about to be president or whatever. She's trying to be elected. It would be pretty bad for people who don't like to be killed by the power of thought. And Homelander obviously is doing his crazy shit. And we have more factions now who are actually trying to stop Soups from having ultimate power. We had Sam and Dean's from Supernatural, their dad coming in, or the Walking Dead psycho, him talking to Butcher. So we have a lot of these moving pieces. I will say maybe in some way lacking a very clear direction because we kind of already fought Homelander and we didn't do it. What is kind of the point now? What is going to be the direction? What is really the big stake? I guess there is Butcher's son, and we are still trying to solve the problem of taking care of the Soups because they kind of have ultimate power, essentially. But it's a little bit interesting to see what is really going to be the point of this season. What is the huge direction? What is the huge twist? What is the huge goal? Because in season 3, it really was Dean essentially coming in. I forget his name. Jensen Ackles coming in as Super Captain Boy, Soldier Boy, being able to kill Homelander. And we didn't really do that in season 3, so what the hell is the point? Beyond that, super entertaining. It's The Boys, the opposite of The Acolyte. It's a show that has something to say. It's not so much that it has anything super special to say, but it's at least it has a new perspective and direction to a very tired formula, right? Whereas The Acolyte has nothing to do or nothing to say. Episode 1 was entertaining. I'm hoping that episode 2 would also be entertaining. That's pretty much it. Let's go to episode 2. So he's just dealing drugs there? Why? Is this when he was younger? Or is this current day? Oh, it's a movie. It's a movie trailer. It's a movie trailer within the show. Yeah, Will Ferrell. I was like, what the hell is he doing here? I was like, got it. It's already entertaining. That overacting of like, oh, I'm so caring. I care so much. How do I reach these kids? Says Cartman. I was like, there's so many movies like that. God, this fucking feel good bullshit. I was watching The Wire recently. Too bad I already watched it. I can't make a reaction show, but especially season 1 and 2 is really good. Kind of stuck on season 3. Haven't finished it yet. All that whole setup with the couch in the middle of the area and dealing, it instantly reminds me of The Wire. These streets. Holy fuck. It is actually Will Ferrell in this world. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Is that not? That absolutely is a reference to The Wire with the couch. God, that's so awkward. So fucking bullshit. I mean, I guess that's what directors have to do. They have to keep motivating the actors and like that. Yeah, that's kind of funny. Sensitivity here is so Sweet Baby Ink and all that, right? Oh yeah, I guess it's they're really trying to be like a real life story, of course. And he had this loving brother who kept pushing him and all that. He wasn't in this kind of situation. He's a murderer. I don't care about him. He murdered his girl. I don't give a fuck about him. I'm not even gonna play this game that I'm not gonna give a fuck about him. But God, that was so... God, that would be so cringe. Who is Black Noir? Yeah, but you do what the fuck he says, yes, but I guess that does make sense. Why would they ever make it public? Why would they ever make it public that Noir was killed, especially by Homelander? So yeah, of course they would just change him. I know in the comic books, Black Noir is a very different character, so this is a very different direction they're going with, but still. Oh, she got fucked, yeah. She got jumped by the... Yeah, that's the mom. I totally forgot that she came here. Yeah, that's probably one of the reasons why she never came back. It would obviously be crazy for her. And that's the only solution she has. That's all she can do. She has nothing else, clearly. Yeah, we kind of needed this. We needed to, deal with this. What the hell is going on? Oh, so what the fuck happened? What did Dad not tell us?
Gave me power of attorney.
Fuck, so he has the rights. So he has no rights. And she is this deadbeat. Ah, so when he left, they started talking. Yeah, I think that's really important for her, that she was trusted to do this by the dad. And then this is the only thing that she has going for her, essentially, right? Very curious to know what happened. Why did she leave? Because she clearly seems to be kind of similar to the dad in the sense that she doesn't talk about stuff, you know? Didn't really. I thought for a second that was Mother's Milk, and I was so confused. Why am I looking at Mother's Milk's nipple? That is kind of funny, isn't it? It's like, what kind of character do you have on screen? Because Mother's Milk, another black guy character, we would never see his nipples. He has been assaulted by a giant penis, though, so maybe more similar than I thought. But still, right, it's like those little cinematic things you do to show different things, with that showing a nipple and all that, obviously to show intimacy, and I can't say the word vulnerability, that something intimate just happened, or at least you're relaxed and all that kind of stuff, whereas with Mother's Milk, we've never seen that. I don't think so, at least. Or if we have, I don't remember. He is very conflicted. Why, though? Because he cares about me, her, or her? Yeah, seems like, because we cut to her, so yeah, seems like. Oh, did she need help with communication and stuff, and he was supposed to be there, he's not, or what? Or is she just doing that? That's so annoying. It's like, bitch, what the fuck do you think I think about that? I mean, past, and then you go back to past, so what am I supposed to say? So would she now know that she's soup? Oh, that he's about to die or whatever? What? I missed it. What did she say? I have to say that that's not the right thing to say. I tried to tell you. It's like, I'm about to die. That's not the thing to say. You know what I mean? I get it. Worried, emotional, but still. He is an asshole, though, so there's that. That's true, too. Yeah. He is the one who created it, but... Did he always have a mustache? Yeah, I mean... You gotta set a boundary line at some point, especially when he was almost ruining their missions. He has always been kind of a liability in many ways. I already was kind of done with him in Season 2, to be honest, at one point. Oh, that looks like shit. That looks horrible, but he is homeboy. Homeboy. And there's definitely something there, homeboy, in the name, you know, but they would definitely, he wanted to have that slightly autistic, you know, just say the direct, honest thing.
He's not one of Vought's lab-red freaks.
Ooh, shit. Ooh, but is Dad gonna like that? Because he is the one who should save the duel, because he made him. I made him. Yes, that's why. Me. Yeah.
One narrative only works if he stands
Yep.
alone. Luke Skywalker.
Yep. True.
Hollywood's trained people to fall in love with white boy lone savior.
I mean, motherfucker, who doesn't like Blade? Is it really about being a white boy, or is it about the everyman that we can relate to? I don't give a fuck. I love Blade and Whistler, his white boy dad figure, so... Yeah, it's of course his like short-term, his instant smile, but his short-term desire versus his long-term desire. He does have that long-term desire of like, I want more, and I'm so done doing everything I want in this moment. At the same time, motherfucker, you push me in this moment. Nobody pushes me in this moment, right? So it's like 50-50, I think. Difficult in some ways. Yeah, she must be confused. Who the fuck are you? Somebody who can control him, push him, you know.
You're the smartest woman.
Person. I knew it. I wonder if there's going to be a lesson here, but I do kind of wish that she'll get a little lesson about that, because, like I said, it is still 50-50 thing. The Deep is at least confident in his really dumb ideas, you know what I mean? I mean, I guess you have to be a psycho like him to be able to be in that situation. It's not even that, he's a sexual assaulter as well, so it's like, yeah, sexual assaulter, and you want to be... You're not wrong. I mean, she is not really nobody. But, because she is not much, especially her. She's not really the same thing as, was it Mallory? What was the woman who really had control and power? She is honestly just, she was a secretary essentially, right? And with hard work, she's surviving, but can't say that she has the networks, you know what I mean? Or the manipulative skill. I'm sorry, I just kicked the table and the cat jumped. We haven't seen enough from the smartest woman in the world. Is she slightly autistic and it's one of those things that you just miss some obvious things, or is it if she's playing some kind of long game that we don't know? I mean, she did fail with the teenage kicks kind of stuff already, so she has failed. So she's not like perfect that she succeeds at everything, and she did live in a whatever apartment eating Taco Bell, so it's not like she's utterly perfect anywhere. She's just good at problem solving, right? Has good memory. That's it, right? That's just what intelligence is. So it's not that she's actually smart. She's just intelligent. So I wonder, because her talking like that to Homelander, is that really like understanding that she kind of has to do that to be able to be useful for him? Because for Homelander, it's 50-50 right now. It's, what the fuck is this? Movie, motion capture, or training? Muftaka, what the fuck? I think it's motion capture stuff or whatever. No, yeah, it's the movie stuff. For Homelander, because of the 50-50 thing, where he wants that long-term satisfaction that he doesn't have and he has not had for so long, at the same time his like short-term desires, and he's used to being a kid, a child who just gets whatever he wants, and now you have this bitch telling you what to do, and you're not going to get her tits either. You know, you're not even going to get her tits like he used to, so it's like, why? Ryan might kill him. I'm a little bit worried that Ryan might kill him. You're a bit awkward. You're an awkward kid. So it's the save. It's not even the movie. It's just practicing the save. So it's going to be a whole stunt. Got it. Ooh, that's awkward. God, that's so fucking awkward.
So you're fucking landing?
That's a pretty good comeback.
I am the Lord of the Seven Seas. You talk to me like that again, and I will drown you in your fucking toilet, you stupid bitch. After I've used it.
I mean, that's a step up. I don't know. Is she...
Sir.
Yeah. It's not going to be a good thing. So is that what the smartest woman is going to do? Just going to make them worse? And is that by design or just because she's bored, so she likes to manipulate people? Oh, he's going to get that. Yeah, I can imagine that. You're getting older. Oh, and yeah, he had the midlife crisis thing as well. Conspiracy stuff. That must have been fun for the production crew for making all this stuff, because somebody actually had to make everything. It must have been a blast. Oh yeah, Stormfront. Oh, she was there and she was running around. Oh, yeah, that would hit her obviously. Yeah, so they were forced to kill each other to survive or whatever.
Oi, how's that go?
Oi, oi, oi. Is she gonna become an alcoholic? And that's going to be her way of dealing with everything? That might not be great, having essentially a Wolverine as an alcoholic. Is she prospecting some potential terrorists, essentially? You know, like making somebody crazy or whatever. Are they clones? Twins? She looks like Scarlett Johansson. What the fuck? And she looked like a Black Widow. What the fuck? Who is he? Is he from Supernatural 2? Is he God? Is that God? Alt-soup movements. So what is that? Oh, so are they like supposed to be like alt-right or whatever? Tried to hug her. That was so awkward. Oh yeah, she was in the video talking about the Jew side of the Bible and all that in the last episode. I mean, I know the show is like hyper political in many ways, and it's really poking fun at like so many different directions and many things and all that. Let's just see where this show goes, because I will say them going into a conspiracy place and then they're like, oh, they're Nazis. I'm like, really? You know, and somebody being cringe online is like, oh, they're alt-right. I'm like, really? And then the smartest woman being like, oh, white boy stuff. I'm like, is it really a white boy thing? Because again, Blade, that's what Blade was. Like, it's just a everyman story. It's just like any man put into a situation, hopefully they would be able to fight for whatever they believe in. Like, that's what every guy hopes for. So is that really a white boy thing, or what the fuck is that? So, and then obviously making Frenchie really focus on like on a guy relationship and not on Kimiko and all that. So there's definitely like a lot of stuff like that, like little lines and stuff that I don't really think is needed. Like her being a white boy story, is that needed? Or them being like, oh, they're Nazis, is that needed? Cat, I'm ranting here. I'm trying to be a cool ranter and you're cramping my style. What do you want to poke my face? Wait. There's too much stuff in his way. He's like, don't sit on my mouse. About to sit on my mouse. But before the cat, I mean, maybe the cat was like, shut the fuck up, you're saying dumb shit. But there's definitely things that are like not needed. We don't need them to be like, they're Nazis because they think differently from me, you know? We didn't have that previously. I will say that in season 2, I believe, with the villain Gus from Breaking Bad, when he was like talking with Butcher, and they had the whole scene where Butcher was like, bah, 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 I will go and do stuff, and he was like, I can't afford to go and go crazy. That's a white man's privilege. I'm like, bitch, you're dealing with a Nazi company. Like, shut the fuck up. That was so disappointing from him because he's such a smart character, and then he's like, white boy this. I'm like, okay, that's like your comeback while you work in a Nazi company. I mean, I guess you could say that is also his slight insecurity in some way. What the fuck am I watching? I guess that is the age-old I guess that is the age-old question of if you could, would you? So that is very confusing, right? Is that masturbation or what the fuck is that? I'm not sure, but I was not expecting that. My mind was in somewhere completely different. I was ranting about something pointless, and then I just see a train of a man eating his own ass. Would you if you could? I don't know. That is a very good question. But I understand what Starlight was saying. Starlight was saying that she can't put on the suit. She can't put the suit on because it reminds her of too much of bad stuff. So yeah, that makes sense. So the brother worked with some kids, right? The brother was trying to actually take care of people and all that. Oh fuck, he's actually telling them how he lied. And I do have to say, why did he go with the story that it was a lie? Has he never actually done anything heroic? And he did see it as well, so the brother did see it. Yeah, so no wonder he was so hurt by it, because I was wondering, where did that come from? It's like, yeah, he would understand, I have to play a game, you have a job and all that, but he genuinely saw him cheat. Yeah, that makes more sense. Makes more sense what the brother actually is done with him. I remember they had a whole thing about using the chemicals and everything. I know there's a lot there, but oh, he's alone, I guess. So she's like, I'm gonna go and talk to him.
They did their own research.
Yeah, that does happen.
3 years now.
Well, people are like, you don't agree with me politically, so therefore I will not talk to you. Don't touch her. I don't know why. I just had a really bad feeling. I don't know why. Especially this show. Truth bomb. Yeah, that's a pretty good fist bump, but truth bomb.
Smeared on top of a personal vendetta.
True. It could be something like that.
Appreciate the subtextual racism there.
Huh? What?
But I'm a soup.
What?
Sister
Wait, I
Sage.
have to like go back to that.
I work with
Mouthy one.
Appreciate the subtextual racism
What?
there.
What racism? You're a
Bullshit.
mouthy one, as in you're a fucking loud bitch. Oh, that's why she took the selfie. She needed it to be, yeah. Again, like, I'm not... If her character's gonna be like, I'm black every scene, it's gonna be really annoying really quick. It is. Is that, there's a character like that in X-Men, right? The fucking, girl with the fireworks. So, I forget what her name was. Elu? Cracker Elu? Cracker. Not that kind of cracker. I mean, crack, like, firecracker. Forget about it.
That you're a lonely, inconsequential nobody that no one will ever remember.
I think there's truth in that, yeah. Like, everybody has still their own motivation for something, and she's, you know, a saleswoman, essentially performer, but at the same time she does have, like, her own, like, direction, goal, a need she discovered that she can fulfill. She's still a soup, right? So she would still have some powers, I think, right? Yeah, he's a piece of shit. He's really, like, ruining everything. He does kind of want to do it, yeah. Oh, no, don't go there. Come on. He deserves it. I have had a problem with Butcher since fucking season 2 when he said that if you get between me and my missus, I'm gonna kill you to him. Yeah, that's true. He deserves that. Definition of insanity. Doing the same thing, expecting different results. Huey. He threatened Huey. That's what I was gonna say. He is selfish, though. Butcher is selfish. That's the whole point. That he has this whole selfish death wish, essentially, and he... She's drunk. I mean, I guess that would be weird to her, that people are, like, talking about something that's not real. But it's, again, that's so funny to me, because I saw them talking about, like, human trafficking kind of stuff and all that as, like, a pretty real thing. Because she was like, yeah, I went through that. But then she was like, but they're not talking exactly about the thing that happened to me. It's like, wait, what? But... what? I don't know. That's just, I don't know. That was weird. I understand it's sensitive for her, so anybody talks about it in any kind of way would be sensitive, especially when you're drunk. But what do you mean? I don't know. That's still weird. They're doing a lot of stuff for me to like A-Train. Again, he's a druggie, failed his brother, power hungry, and he killed his own girl to save his own skin. So I don't care about you, but whatever. But I don't care about the deep either, you know? It seems a bit cringe. This seems a bit... What's gonna happen? Yeah. He's gonna do something. He's gonna hurt him or something. He came in to crash the event.
Save America together.
He came in to crash the event and make it about him and that it is his son and all that kind of stuff. That's kind of cringe and awkward. No, yeah. He's gonna do it hard, and yeah, that's gonna happen. That kid is gonna... oh, shit. He's gonna be traumatized. He's gonna be traumatized. The girl's gonna be traumatized. 2 children. She at least still said her line, but yeah, that's cringe. That's awkward. That's weird and scary. I don't think he really cares, but yeah, this is your life now. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. I do like that, because that is so common in, like, shows that they're like, yeah, I got the order. B. And then everybody knows what that means. I'm like, what does that mean? What am I actually supposed to do, right? And it's like the mob, you know, knuckleheads who go and fight with everybody, you know, Batman goons, villains and all that, right? They're like, okay, I know exactly what you meant, my boss, because you said the random word. Go. And I'm like, go where? At what time? To pick up what? what am I supposed to do? But the goons just always know what to do, right? So it's funny. But I was gonna say when A-Train showed up that I hope this show is gonna keep up with the nuance, because it really was this whole thing that they were like poking fun at everybody, just the ludicrous nature of American culture and superhero, the whole premise of superheroes and stuff like that. What it would really be like if you had superheroes in American culture, modern world, technology, all of that, social media. It's a setup. In what way is that a setup? Did she actually try to catch them, or like is this like happenstance? Why?
They're American, you fucking.
Why are they garish and vulgar? Again, even that line. Why? Why are they garish and vulgar? What is this? They're really like going out of their way to like be cringe. Are they really gonna do it? That's how they're gonna get away from this. I was very critical of the Acolyte in episode 2, so now I wonder what's gonna happen here. Oh, yeah, the fucking ass eating. That's fucking weird. It's fine. I mean, they're not trained, and he is cringe, and he is this, like, awkward dude who doesn't know how to handle a gun, and she just had one gun. She had a pistol and all that. That looks good. That looked really good, actually. That effect looked really good. It looks creepy as shit, but pretty good. Why do I see dick so much in this show? And why is he a shower, not a grower? Just hanging low. With pubes, too. Remember that? Oh, there's actually a Jewish bat mitzvah? When it's a girl, is it a bat mitzvah? Let's see how wrong I am. Let's see how ignorant I am. Bat mitzvah to bat mitzvah. I think it's fuck, I don't know. That would be so weird. Why are you zooming in on the fucking dick? And especially show. Oh, yeah, she was a soup, too. I forgot about that. I mean, I guess, again, you would have to, Oh, I did not like that skin on his dick for a second. Do I have to censor this for YouTube? I mean, I guess I'll have the thing there anyway to, cover stuff. But that was fine enough. It's a little cringe still that you're, like, in a room with guns and you somehow just got away from it. It's a bit cringe. It wasn't the best action scene, in my opinion, how they got away from it, considering how gritty the action often is. And now it's just like, now! And then nothing happened. Nobody even got shot. A bit disappointing, actually. Nobody even got shot, I have to say. Nobody was even wounded. Oh, wait, that would be kind of, yeah, that would be kind of weird, yeah. How will that affect her? That's actually a good question. How will that affect her? Because I'm just thinking of Wolverine from X-Men to...
Are being attacked.
I mean, she's not wrong, technically.
That's right here.
Right here. Oh, it is. Ugh, they did happen to have a Jewish thing there as well. Is it a bar mitzvah? Because I'm trying to think of like some show where they were like, I'm going to a bat mitzvah. Wasn't it in Bob's Burgers? It was a bat mitzvah. So, meaning your girls. I do not remember. Butchers here. Ooh, that is so weird. So it does just like heal and push the bullet away or whatever. I'm not, again, I forgot, he is a suit, so he's still probably not weak, probably not like super strong, but like not like... But then again, the copies could be weaker than the original, so maybe he is weaker than them, I don't know. That would kind of seem like they are. But even that, like... even that scene, again, it could be what I just said, because they're copies, so are they weaker? Ass. But the fact that you're like lying there like that and a guy's attacking you and you're like pushing a thing, could crime. What does that mean? That's fucking cringe. But pushing a crowbar, that took like 10 minutes for me to realize that. Pushing a crowbar like that through a skull is a little bit much. Again, unless they're weak versions or something. Yeah, you'd be kind of scared because you literally shot her in the face and she's still... But why are you letting her run away? I mean, can you kill her? I guess we don't know. I have to say, that fight scene had like funny ideas. It's like haha, but what was really the quality of it? I actually don't know. The whole setup was a little bit like, how did we get away from it? Then him just coming in and like, I'm gonna beat you with a crowbar. Was it really that satisfying? It actually wasn't that meaty in my opinion as some other parts. In episode 1 of season 4, when Kimiko fell to the ground, that was like so meaty that it shocked me. And then that was just like, you know, pushing the crowbar through and everything. It was fine. It was a fine action scene. I'm just saying, kind of sucks because I already had like some questions about the quality of this show a little bit. You know, I was already kind of like wondering of like, not the show, not the quality of the show, but the episode. You know, you always sometimes have good episodes and bad episodes, and you have some better episodes and okay episodes. To be honest with you, I just feel like this episode is a little bit of an okay episode. But yeah, of course he would be shocked and he would not give a fuck. Yeah, it's funny that he didn't even consider that. He's like, wait, what the fuck? Is that? Yeah, that's what this is about? Yeah, he talked with him. He was a human. Yeah, he was training him. Yeah, of course. Yeah, that is still crazy to like see how utterly little he cares, you know. Yeah, that is so weird. Genuinely seeing that.
No, I'm never doing that again.
Oh
How many
my
times
God.
do I have to tell you they're only human?
That's not going to work on him. He already had training from his mom. Especially when you're like a little kid, you have the basics of like your morals and all that. Oh my God, that's crazy. That is insane. That is really weird, like hearing him say it out loud, because we've seen it through his actions, but especially because he always has the social media smile anyway, right? So it's like there's a little bit of your monkey brain being like, no, I'm sure it's not that, but it just is that. You know what I mean? Damn, he's so petty. That's so petty. But yeah, I'm not saying that the show is bad. I'm saying that there's been a little questions I've had. Oh, the guys that were blamed for the... Or maybe she's going to be Starlight again or whatever. But because again, with this as well, where they're really trying to make her to be like the good version of superhero, what Huey was saying, that they do need a symbol, that there's still something good about superheroes, which stands to reason, of course, but that they're really, again, elephant in the room, Homelander is a conservative. Those were all alt-right people. They were all alt-right people in the event. She's a liberal, and her people are liberal, and she's a woman. They're good. She is good. Homelander is bad. They're bad. It's just like, that's the elephant in the room. That's what's going on. So I kind of hope more from that. Because again, that would be a bit more nuanced. You know what I mean? There would be a bit more nuance in the storytelling and like the directions and everything. It's like, of course, maybe, is there anything, The Boys was always like this pretty gritty thing. Then even the good guys weren't totally good. The good guys were still murderers. Like that was the first thing that Huey did, is that he killed somebody. And you're going to have to face that fact that you are now a murderer. You are. Is that the previous roommate? So there's some other thing that I'm totally missing. That if it's a reference to previous seasons, apologies. I didn't binge them. Yeah.
For fuck's sake,
So-
Sash, what is it with you and taking in strays all the time? He finds out you murdered his family.
Yeah. So a PSA. I don't remember that, so that's my fault. That's not the show's fault, that they have this whole storyline of him being emotional about this kind of stuff that I don't remember. And again, we need this from him. We need this from him of like really feeling frustrated and all that. Yeah, shut the fuck up. Let him, yeah. I mean, he's being aggressive, I understand, but still. Yeah, we really do need to know what the fuck happened. So what are you doing, woman? Why are you not saying? Unless it's something horrifying. It must be something horrifying. Something that we don't know, we don't want to know. You know what I mean? I have a bad feeling about this. Give me the reason. Give me the point. What is about? I mean, again, yeah. So what? How dare you? You can't, and you can't win. And that's a little bit of a cruel look. Don't think she's gonna be okay with that. I think she might even go to court with you. I don't know. But what happened? Because it's something she really doesn't want to say. I'm like worried about something horrible. But I was going to say, with the Frenchie Colin thing, that if that's a reference to something that I don't remember, apologies. That's not the show's fault. That is my fault that I don't remember everything perfectly. And they were really focusing on the story and this line and his emotions, and I didn't even really catch on that. Or is it the point of the story that we didn't fully know because she thought it was about her as well? So I'm a part of the journey, and I'm totally right. Which then I say I'm not sorry at all. But I was going to say that it used to be this thing that even the good guys weren't totally good. Huey killed somebody. And now we're really going with this thing that the woman is a good liberal woman. Oh, they have fucking weights. That's awesome. And that Homelander is a conservative murderer who murders people in public, and they're all right. I'm like, really? That's what we're going to go with? That it is just black and white? Really? Oh yeah, he survived the dick gangbang. He's not totally wrong about that. That was actually a good lesson. That's actually not a bad lesson about leadership, because I don't totally agree with this thing that you have to be utterly emotionless. I think that's childish. But there are definitely moments where you do have to make a horrible decision that you cannot stop with your emotions. You just have to make it. That is true still. So, and it's true. He has never done that. He has never put that effort. He has literally threatened to kill people's members of the team, like Huey and all that. Like, that is what he does. He is a killer. He's psycho. He's selfish. Is not reliable. He'll sometimes just disappear and come back. It's just, I do kind of appreciate that, actually. What is he going to do? But again, the world should treat you the way that you treat them. Yeah, so The Boys Season 4, Episode 2. It's still entertaining. I like the characters. I'm interested in the story. I will say, I do have some questions. We lack the same clarity as we had in some other seasons. I don't exactly remember Season 2, but I feel like it was a bit more of a continuation of Season 1, where it really was this thing of like, oh, look at this world, superheroes, how crazy everything is. Homelander is a rapist psycho. We were so on board with Butcher's goal. Season 1 was about like, we don't have anything. saying, I'm a dead man who's just going to destroy the world that destroyed my world, i.e. Butcher going to kill Homelander. Season 2 was that she was alive, and then what are we going to do to try to get her back and all that kind of stuff. And then a lot of this whole thing of how do we kill Soups and everything, and Desperate and all that. Season 3 was with Soldier Boy. I love, obviously, the actor. Was it Jensen Ackles? Dean from Supernatural. So that was super clear and interesting, and are we going to kill him? And then we had it in our hands, and we didn't do it. So we are facing a slight little problem with The Boys, where it's like, where are we going with the story when we didn't do it, you know? And so what are we doing now? I'm not exactly sure. There's not a very clear goal, direction the same way as there used to be. Because I remember all the interviews and all that kind of stuff that was happening in season 3, because I love the actor, and there was so much like energy and interesting stuff going on. But with this one, it's like a little bit, I'm not sure where we're going. What is the point? I get it that it's still about killing them and preventing her from getting into office. It's still about like saving Ryan, and Butch is about to die. I get that, but I'm not sure how we're going to top season 3. You know what I mean? So that is a little worry, actually. I'm not exactly sure where we're going with this. And then beyond that, I mean, it's normal. You're going to have to make the first episode pretty good. So a lot of the effects were very meaty, and the action was very meaty, and they really reminded us about the universe and the world and what is this world, which is really entertaining and fun. This was still fun, still entertaining, still funny. In my opinion, not as good as episode 1, which is to be expected. I don't think the action was as good. It was a bit cringe that they're, you know, in this corner with guns, assault rifles in their face, and they just say, "No," and run away. Again, this is me being critical. I'm a very critical person. I love Star Wars episode 1. I hate how they killed Darth Maul. It is a bad scene. It is objectively a bad scene how Obi-Wan jumps over Darth Maul, gets a lightsaber, and cuts him. It is literally a frame where Darth Maul is just like looking at him like this. I'm like, you fought against 2 Jedi, and now you're surprised? Like, there was so much time for a human to respond. Why didn't he, right? So this is me being critical of scenes in general, because I love media. I love movies and stories and shows. So I can value that there's a production behind something, and sometimes you just got to do what you got to do to move on, to shoot the next scene, to see how good the package is at the end of the day. Is sometimes like, wow, that's amazing. Despite all the challenges, you still made a good show. But I'm still also critical. So for me, that is a little bit of a pet peeve of mine. I was just talking about an Acolyte season, episode 2, where she was surrounded, I don't even remember, the fucking assassin, and she just poof, ran away. I'm like, okay. And it's kind of the same thing. Like, you have guns in your head and you're just like, now, what the fuck? Okay. And then the whole fight scene, again, like pushing the crowbar through his skull. I mean, I guess from the bottom, there's an opening, I suppose, but it went through everything. Again, everything used to be so meaty. And now it was more like just as jello. Again, it could have been a weak copy, but still, I guess you do have leverage. That's just a gut feeling I had. That's all I can really say. I'm not really trying to argue a debate. It's just the feeling I had. And then beyond that, I'm a little worried because this show is super political, and in current year, everything has to be even more political. And with a show like this, that there's violent, uses swear words, has pretty people, villains and good guys and all that kind of stuff, there's gonna be politics there. So what I'm kind of like worried about is that in this episode, there was just a lot of little things that I'm like, why? Like, they really went out of their way to make that these were like alt-right, and there's no normal humans who support Homelander. I mean, I guess you did have that everyman in episode 1 who was Mother's Milk's ex's guy who died. He was more of a normal guy, but even he was a fucking loser, you know, like he was a loser looking dude. He was a soy boy, right? And then he was like a Homelander supporter. So it really is just like, in order for you to like Homelander, like as a character, because again, you have to remember, we know who Homelander is. Point is, other people don't. Point is that other people are supposed to, you know, of course in season 4 it's slightly different because he fucking killed a human being in broad daylight in public, so of course his fucking supporters are going to be even more crazy than ever before, but still, it's a little bit on the nose is what I'm saying. It's a little bit black and white is what I'm saying. Whereas the whole show was always very nuanced and very like funny and interesting and crazy, and now it's just Starlight is good, they are liberal, brown people and women, and then Homelander is white men who are all alt-right. I'm like, okay, is that really where we're going with this? Because even that was like conspiracy stuff equals alt-right. I'm like, I don't think that's how that works. You can have conspiracy theories. Again, going to an event is a bit extreme, of course, but I'm not going to sit here and say that everybody who has a conspiracy theory or wants to do some weird shit is instantly going to be alt-right. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know, that's just a bit weird. And then the smartest woman, I just like it because theoretically it annoys her, so it's funny to me. Her like comments, like everything is like, oh, you're white, you are white, actually you are white, and actually I am black. It's like, you're the smartest person on planet Earth, and that's your response to things. If you've got a big mouth on you, it's like your first gut reaction is. And now that being said, that could be also like just her kind of Birgitta and Finnish, like just kind of like fucking with her essentially, like totally could her just be fucking with people around her, stuff like that, because she knows it would bother people. A lot of the stuff that she might be doing is just trying trying to bother people. Totally. It's just gonna get a bit boring, is what I'm saying. Like, it's just gonna get a bit annoying when everything is about race with her, you know? So it's just, and then really how they were like, every little thing about them were dumb. Like, oh, your guns look dumb. I'm like, okay, why? Like, of course, I guess he would have an opinion because he is somebody who really uses them and they are like hobbyists, and he's a hobbyist, so they would have a different perspective on it. You can call that detail, but it's just every little thing was like, these people are losers, you know, and I am good. It's just like, okay. But episode 2 wasn't as good as episode 1. I'm still entertained. I still want to watch more. An hour goes by pretty quickly still, in my opinion, and I love The Boys. But I'm a little bit cautious with episode 3 because I think we still have episode 3 to watch, right? Yeah, we still have episode 3. So it's kind of like the same thing with The Acolyte, where I said that the first 2 episodes kind of has to catch you, and then the third one really has to stick the landing for me to be interested, and it kind of didn't. So it's the same thing with this. The episode 1 was pretty good. The second one was just kind of more okay, and then now 3 really has to stick the landing. There has to be a reveal or something that is crazy with episode 3. You know what I mean? That's the stakes right now. But I like it. Like the show, still entertaining and fun, so I'm glad I watched it. I'm going to watch episode 3 at some point. So that's it. Thank you for joining me and watching The Boys, and I'm going to try to edit everything as quickly as possible and put it out. Thank you. The Boys! The cat keeps waking up because I keep making weird things and he's like stretching and looking at me. Thank you very much.